Right, welcome back. If you remember, we started the story by saying that there are only three entities in the universe which can give life. One was God, second one is mother, and the third one is any of us if we are to give our organs and save somebody's life. Let's try to bring that story together where we then went through to speak about facts. We went through looking at the myths and perception and the importance of family. So if you have to bring the whole story together, what do we link organ donation with? I'm sure you are thinking save life, gift somebody life, make somebody live. It's all about giving, right? We usually forget that it may not be all about giving. So, what if I was supposed to ask you that what if you were a receiver and not a giver? What if somebody in your family required an organ and there was nobody to give? How will you react? That's something we would want you to think about. Before we go ahead and think about it more, let me also give you one more piece of information, which is in case somebody in your family or one of your friends requires an organ transplant, what is the process? The process is very simple. The attending doctor should give in writing that the only way for the patient to survive is an organ transplant. You should have that letter, go to an authorized hospital, speak to a transplant coordinator. That person will help you put the name in the waiting list. Once the name is in the waiting list is when your wait starts. And as you already know, the waiting list is very, very high. But if the patient requires either a kidney or liver, bone marrow or skin, do remember somebody in the family above the age of 18 can also donate. That is the process in case somebody in your family requires an organ. So, now to just make you understand how it feels for a family when somebody they love is having an organ failure and they think there is no chance for that person to survive, but a stranger from somewhere donates organ and their loved one life is saved. Let's see a short video which I think will outline this in a very, very beautiful way.
धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। नंदी।
नन्ही।
Right. So let's now take it forward. What do you think? I'm sure, we hope that you are thinking on this line now. So what do you think? Is it worth saving somebody's life? Yes, I'm asking you, is it worth saving somebody's life? Because that somebody could be your loved ones, right? So, do we have a right to receive if we are not willing to give? And you have to remember, you just need to pledge now, and the actual organ donation might happen 50, 60, 70 years down the line. But it's the intention now that you wish to save somebody's life really matters, right? We have a lovely friend which is called karma, which is what goes around comes around. So, if you are not willing to save somebody's life, do you think somebody else would be thinking about saving your life? Something for you to think about, right? Let's try to bring the whole thing together. That is our fourth part of this particular thing, which is you as an individual. So, the steps which we recommend to you are pretty simple. Question number one is, you need to ask yourself, am I willing to save somebody's life? If the answer is yes, ask yourself a second question. If somebody dies in your family, your loved one, will you be willing to donate their organs? The problem comes there, because we don't want to lose our loved ones. Unless you have answer for this two as yes, please do not fill up any form, because you'll be lying to you and you'll be lying to your family. Do not fill up any form unless you have answers for these two questions as yes. If the answer to these two questions is yes, go and speak to your family, right? They won't say yes in a single shot, they will have many questions, and we hope and believe this particular program which we are doing might help you to find answers for that, right? If your family is willing to support you, then if you're a family of 5, minimum 2 people should be pledging. One is you and maybe somebody more, because that would be the proof that your family believes in what you are thinking and is willing to support you. If that's not the case, we will still recommend, don't fill up a form. Take your time. It might be a day, it might be a week, it might be a year, it might be a decade, it might be a lifetime. Do it only when you think you will be able to save somebody's life, right? The last point, if all this is done, take a pledge card. There are more than 150 NGOs in this world. You can go and take a pledge card from anywhere. We will obviously share our details in the end. Remember, pledge card in India has no legal meaning. I have a pledge card. Something happens to me on the road, I am taken to the hospital, I am declared brain dead. Doctors cannot take any of my organs. Why? Right, because family has to say yes, right? So, pledge card act only as a reminder, because it's going to happen after 10 years, 30 years, 40 years. If you have that pledge card in your pocket, it will just keep you reminding of the lovely promise you have made to save somebody's life, right? So, that's where we recommend that you follow this step, and hopefully you would be able to save somebody life and be equated to a God or to a mother. We thank you very much for listening to us, for your patience. We would like to leave you with some more information. If you want to know more, WhatsApp hi to 9011032370, and you will be able to get automated links where you will be able to get lots of information, including a link to look at much more information and pledge online, and we hope all this information helps you in a longer run. Thank you very much.